Good morning, guys. Today I am going to make a quiche. A quiche out of eggs and cheese, and I don't know, I kind of want some meat in there, even though eggs are technically meat. But I'm going to make this quiche. I am so hungry, and it should actually be enough to last me like the whole day, if not 2 days. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to show you how to make it, and hopefully it will be delicious. I'm going to use the rest of my donut shop coffee today. I don't have much left. That'll take care of that. And it's back to the Maxwell house. I thought I had a roll of sausage in here. What an idiot. I think this is actually my sister's. She made me a pie in it like years ago and I never gave it back. Okay, so 325 for 45 minutes is what it's gonna bake. The recipe says you use 8 ounces of cheese, put most of it in the bottom of the plate first, and then you save a little bit to sprinkle over top. I don't know, I use cheese all the time, so I just kind of guessed at how much I put in there. Okay, so we need 12 eggs. 12 eggs. I don't have a food processor big enough for 12 eggs, so that's why I'm using the blender. Well, the camera fell before I got done, but as you can see, we got 12 eggs in there. No shells either, I did pretty good. We need 4 ounces of cream cheese and 12 ounces of melted butter. Wait, that's not right. I thought that seemed a little much because a whole block of Kerrygold is 8 ounces. 12 ounces is way too much. It's 12 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 16 tablespoons in one block. I would have had way too much in there. Okay, the cream cheese is supposed to be softened, and I forgot to leave it out, so I put it in here. I'm gonna stick it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Yeah, that looks good. We'll mix that in with the eggs. I chopped up my butter so it'll melt easier. That's an awful lot of butter. Put that on for 45 seconds and see what happens. That might not be long enough, actually. About another 30 seconds on that butter and we should be good to go. I am getting hungry. Okay, so it says just to pour this right in here and then top it with cheese. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. It filled up almost the whole pan there, or a casserole dish, whatever you want to call it. We got to put a little bit more cheese on top. I'm trying to decide if I want to put like some mushrooms and onions in there first, though. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to cut up some mushrooms and onions, and I think it'll taste a lot better. I got these fresh and clean onions that are already sliced, but I'm going to slice them up into smaller pieces and dice up that onion. Okay, so I diced those up pretty good, the mushrooms and the onions. I'm just going to sprinkle them over this and then put some cheese on top of that. So that doesn't look too bad. They all pretty much fell in and then just sunk right into the pie, which is what I expected them to do anyways. I may even have had a little bit too much. I used half the onion and probably only one whole mushroom, which was pretty big anyways. But it kind of seems like it may have been too much, but we'll find out. Let's put some cheese on, get this thing in the oven. Okay, that was kind of tough. That was filled almost to the very top. And I got it in there without spilling, but that needs about 45 minutes. I'm going to get some coffee here, and then we're going to give that a taste test when it comes out. Okay guys, so while we're waiting for that, I'm going to go over the recipe one more time quick because I want to make sure that I didn't skip anything here and I told you guys all the right information. So I got this recipe from a website called Low Carb Yum. Let's see, natural, low carb, gluten-free recipes. This is called Egg and Cheese Quiche Recipe for an Egg Fast Diet. I'll put a link to this below in case anybody wants to try this. I can't imagine it's not going to be delicious. The only thing that I added that was not in the recipe was the onions and mushrooms, and I would have liked to put a little bit of sausage or maybe some bacon or something in there, but I just didn't feel like going the extra mile today on it. So, okay, let's go down the thing here and I'll tell you what it says. Man, this thing looks good. I cannot wait for it to come out. Okay, let's see. Prep time, 2 minutes. Well, that's not true. It took longer than that. Cook time, 45 minutes. Servings, 8 calories, 424. Ingredients, 8 ounces of cheddar cheese, grated and divided. And a lot of people say that if you're following a low-carb diet, you should actually get the blocks of cheese and grate it yourself, because the shredded cheese, like I just used, has like a coating on it to keep it from sticking together, and that coating sometimes has extra carbs in it. I don't know, that's what I've heard. Let's see, we need 12 large eggs. We used that. 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. We did that. 12 tablespoons of butter melted. I used the Kerrygold real butter. And salt and pepper to taste. I usually don't put extra salt in anything at all. Sometimes I do, and we'll see after it comes out if it needs a little bit of salt and pepper. I'll sprinkle a little bit on there, but I'm not going to overdo it. Instructions: dump all but about half a cup of the cheese into the pie pan. Add eggs and cream cheese to a blender. Process the eggs and cream while slowly pouring in the melted butter. I did that, but I accidentally hit the wrong button and it didn't record. So let's see. Pour egg mixture over cheese in the pie pan. Sprinkle reserved grated cheese over top. We did that after I added the onions and mushrooms. Bake at 325 for 45 minutes or until outside is set and middle is only a little jiggly. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Remove from oven, cool on rack for a few minutes before slicing. The nutrition facts here, let's see. I know I don't usually go over the nutrition facts, but I'm just curious for myself, so we're going to talk about it. This is based on 8 servings out of this whole pie. Let's see, the total fat is 39, saturated fat is 22, cholesterol 370, sodium 446. That's a lot of sodium. Total carbs 1.3. And protein 17.8. This is supposed to be like a perfect mixture, a perfect balance for an egg fast with everything that is required between the fat, the carbs, and the protein. So, yeah, so if you're doing an egg fast, this will be good. So there's the recipe. Like I said, I will link it below, anybody who wants to give it a try. And we're going to give this a little bit of time here, and then we'll take it out and we'll give it a taste test. It feels pretty firm. It's supposed to be kind of jiggly. Maybe I left it in for a few minutes too long. But we're going to poke it a little bit. Poke. And see what it's doing in there. It feels done. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. Look how thick that is. Amazingly, I don't see more of my onions and stuff in there. But it stuck to the pan a little bit. So, I don't know, maybe I should have put a little bit of grease in there or something. But let me let this cool down for a minute, then we're going to give it a taste. Okay, so. Smells pretty tasty. Wow. I mean, that's really good. I guess I didn't expect it to taste any different than very delicious. And if you're wondering, it does not just taste like scrambled eggs. I'm going to try one more thing here. I'm going to put a little bit of this sugar-free syrup on there. Just for the heck of it. See how it tastes. It's good, but it really is not necessary at all. And I had said that I wanted to put some meat in here, but I can see where that's not really necessary at all either, because if I wanted to, I could make some bacon or some sausage with it, and it would just be just as delicious as having it cooked inside. It's not as heavy as a regular quiche. It's more like light and fluffy, but I mean, it's delicious. Like I said, I'm going to put the link below to the recipe if you guys want to try this out. It's really good. Alright guys, wherever you're waking up, whatever time it is, make the best of your day. Do something but somebody else, pay it forward. Let's make this world a better place. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.